I know what I said, that I wouldn't do another Kingdom Hearts game. So let this gameplay be the last Kingdom Hearts game. The saying that I said yesterday that I wouldn't be doing another Kingdom Hearts game unless I felt like it. Well, it's December, and you know how Christmas is. It cannot be helped that Kingdom Hearts and Kingdom Hearts fans are really obsessed with Kingdom Hearts and wants to do a live stream of it. So, before I continue and play Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, I want to let you know that when I beat the game, I completed it. Or somewhat, I want a job to be a completionist. Just like the completionist YouTuber. A way to say this is that I want to become a completionist, and I listened to the completionist about rating games. I just wanted him to decide to rate games on his own. Well, I didn't decide anything. It makes me sound like I know him that well. No, let me rephrase it. I wanted to ask him to rate the game that I want to play, and if it's good or not to play or to buy it. But I am also distant to it. Certain games that I bought from, but not knowing or had its rates, was DMC The Definitive Edition, or Infamous Second Son, or even Batman Arkham Knight. See, y'all think I never played the Batman games, but it's not true. I have played the Batman games, but getting off topic. I want to become a completionist, and I feel like on YouTube, this I can be. If I can just complete the games I love, maybe I could just play games that I love to play and show you Kingdom Hearts and somewhat Final Fantasy. Hell, I can play anime games, and I really want to do Dragon Ball with you guys, but it's not working. I have to do it on Twitch, which I can't do it on YouTube, which is stupid. I know you guys gonna say, oh, but you did it before, but that was just then. You can't stream PlayStation games on YouTube unless it's on Twitch. Until then, it's not that simple. I started to think that this game was something more to me, and it moves my heart when I play this game. It makes me feel like this character, because I want to give you a background check. So I want to give you a story so far about how Kingdom Hearts, in a way, as a young teenager, helped me through depression. So, as I do that, I will not be looking up anything. I will have my book up and ready if I'm missing any pages or any treasure chests that I'm missing. So, let's get this going. Shall we? So I want to start at the beginning, not when I was born, but when I was getting raised. See, my mom and my stepfather was always moving a lot, and me and my sister were always dragged into it. When I was a kid, we had to move at grandma's house, losing the apartment we loved. And at the time, I didn't know Kingdom Hearts. I had no idea what it was like, or how it was played, or how I should go on being me. But it happened, and I started playing games, and it made my depression, well, it started with that depression. The first thing I had, well, I'm not really handsome. I'll tell you that. I'm not handsome, I'm not that type of guy, I'm just me, in a way. And I've been trying to use slang. Yeah, I really have. use slang to, what's the word, fit in. Yeah. As a kid, I wanted to fit in life, and I feel like slang was the best thing. Talking like, you know, Hitler, gangster life. Let me pause this real quick before we start anything else. I started doing games, and my first game was Teen Titans, and that helped me in a bit. You see, we had this next door neighbor named Heather, and yes, for all you stalkers to know, she was fucking gorgeous. So there you go. The day I had a love with my babysitter was the day we were friends. The thing about it broke my heart was that she had found a boyfriend and found me as a little brother. Yeah, imagine being dumped like that. Imagine that like times 10. Kaioken. My heart, like in this, was filled with darkness. It was dark and depressing, and my mom always said, oh, there's other fish in the sea. But I didn't accept that. You see, I kept on this depression when I moved to Aaronsonville, a school that's really nice to people who are different kinds of states or skin colors. They're not racist. And hell, I had a principal who was fucking nice to me. For once. I had a principal who listened, who was really funny, and let us shave his head when he lost a bet. And let us have free time on our hands. Never suspended us. Always have one step ahead. That principal really inspired me and helped me through that. Knowing my first day at school, it was Valentine's Day. And you all know me, I hate Valentine's Day. Reasons why, it's because of that. When I moved to this new classroom, Mr. Roberts, I'm gonna have to call him, he had the same name as I did. Well, the same last name. I'm not gonna tell you my full name, but I leave it at 0. And he introduced us. And then I saw the most beautiful, I swear to God, she must have fell from the sky like she was the goddess of gods. Jessica. And yeah, she was hot. I had a crush for the first time in my life. I felt like my heart just was in darkness, and a blooming light sprang out of nowhere and shot me in the face. Just BAM! Knocked my ass out. I was in fucking love. And as a kid, yeah, and I was like, what, 5, maybe 6, when I started going to school. And I really liked it. I had friends, Gideon, North, John, and you probably like John. If you like Legos, then he's your man. The man is a fucking expert on Lego men. He never gave up. I bet you $10 he never gave up on his dream of going to Legoland one day. And I'm pretty much he succeeded on that one. I had friends, and friends who were girls, not girlfriends, just friends. And if y'all say, yeah, sure they were, I will power drive. I will go to your house, ask your parents if y'all or daughter was being rude to you, or niece and nephew, and I asked them, can I power drive them? They won't let me power drive your ass. So don't go there with me. But Jessica was in love with someone else. It turns out while hearing she had a boyfriend, that stray light faded into darkness again. It makes me feel like Riku in a way. Just went into the path of darkness. It hurt. It really did. At the time, I didn't know where to find that at all. So I pretended and hid it from me, which hitting depressing is not that easy. You get angry a lot, and just for someone who knows, who's been through a heartbreak, I got my ass dunked. I got hit hard. Right after the playtime was over and we all went back to our classes, I ran straight to the freaking timeout room, which was kind of like that, I have to say, but it was a timeout room. I ran full speed to the timeout room and straight up was sad, sobbing, drooling, and I was in the depression that I threw up. I was really sad that I heard that, and it hurted me, and then I never wanted to come to school again. And some people say that there will be other girls, but I never been so secure in my life. I never shown the real me until when I said she was pretty. I was so embarrassed that I didn't want to say it, so I asked the teacher to say it, and she told me to say it in front of her, and she said thanks, but all the guys laughed at me at that time. But at the time when that happened, I was playing basketball. She was in love with a guy named Nick, who at the time who was fun of me and then not. At the time I thought he always hated me. And if Nick, if you're watching my videos, then you might have not known, but I always thought you hated me, man. You never actually, we talked, but you never actually hang out. You usually talk to Luke. I get that you guys were friends for a long periods of time, but Luke was basically a friend to me too. They'll always pick teams between Luke and him versus all of us. And when I fell down, I'm gonna say this because you know Don Shots God, right? Guy with when he said he had that inner savage woken inside to steal this dude's girl because he was annoying the fuck out of him. That's what happened to me. See, when my inner savage wakes up, it wakes up completely. He's like, yo man, steal this fool's spotlight, man. Steal this fool's charm. Rip him a new asshole. I straight up like, I need to calm down. This nigga had the nerve to push me to the fucking edge, and I straight up bit his ankles. I made sure he wasn't going nowhere. I made sure he was nope, nigga. And North was even in this too. I had to duke him, luke him, and then just like wipe the ball and make a shot. My first 1 point. Swish. It was clean. No hitting the rim. It was in the net. Ran that shit. And this time I'm not like that, and I don't go to basketball that often. And I don't have a basketball of my own. I always wanted one, but I never got one. So yeah. And plus I have this knee condition, so I need to get that checked out. But yeah, I was a straight savage as a kid. And then when I didn't want to play basketball, I'll always sneak my PSP and just play basketball with my grandfather. And if my mom's watching this, Mom, please don't ground me. I'm too old for this crap. But I had to. Okay? It was life or death, and I made... Bro, when I first played that NBA game, I made a shot all the way from down fucking town and swish, my nigga. I went swing. I was on fire. That man just yeeted the ball. Right way, 3, 2, 1, and it switched and it went, and I made the shot. I didn't know how I did that, But all my friends were impressed that I made that shot. I got into soccer, and we were trying to get football in this, but it turns out we did. The school had that, but it didn't because of all the roughhousing. So yeah, it's pretty much that much of a school now. I always want to visit there one day, but I'm afraid that the school might change. So at a time, I didn't know what was going on. I was still depressed that my heart was broken. The love of my life, hated in my guts. Well, she didn't hate me, she just wasn't interested in someone like me. Doesn't make her racist, just makes my soul wasn't that strong. My inner savage was not that strong, I'm afraid to say. So back then, I didn't have the sauce. Yes, I said it, because you know what? I didn't have the sauce. I was always shy and always wanted to play video games. But it's about to change today because of this video. Hold on. Motherfucker! Alright. Anyway, what was I? Oh yeah, I wasn't. You know how Neon the Sauce God said that I didn't have the sauce? Well, he was right. I didn't have the sauce back then. Okay, you have to collect the whole 100. So I'm gonna have to find all these domains. A lot. I'm gonna have to find a lot of them. I like puppies, but alright, getting off track here. So yeah, as a kid, I didn't have that much going on in my life, and I was so depressed that I never had anything going, and I didn't have a goal, so I made one to become a professional gamer, to be a completionist. When I first saw the completionist, he inspired me to become a completionist. So if you're watching this completionist, you've inspired me to become a completionist myself. Give me XP anyway. But yeah, when I was a kid, it's gotten worse at Harrington, where it was a terrible school for me in the beginning. I didn't know what class I was in, and it was so stupid. But I was so upset that the class that I was in changed me. There's this teacher who was nice at the beginning, but worse at times. If you didn't do your homework or do a report on the news, there was this one time she didn't let us watch any movies. Like, she was generally mean about it. She was literally an ass to be an asshole. And acted to be nice. Which I did not like at all. Say I didn't like her, but it's not true. She was fun at times, and I'll usually get my work done. But when I didn't have help at the time, and my mom was at work, my grandma was sick, my grandfather was also at work, I didn't have anyone to help me. and I was special needs, so my homework was delayed. That one day when the Man of Steel, and I didn't even get to see the Man of Steel until recently, I was super upset that I never got to hang with my friends or hang out with the new ones, but they turned out to be bullies than friends. I'll tell you why they became bullies in a minute, but right now I gotta get this one place where come on.
Deep freeze.
So yeah.
Come on! Come on! Deep freeze.
Let me get out of this mood. Anyway, yeah, in Harrington it was no better. The kids would pick on me since I was special needs, and the teachers and the substitute teachers didn't do shit about it. They just watched. Yeah, dicks. And I fed up. So my mom told me, wait till you graduate. It won't be that long. When I graduated, I was relieved I was never going back. Then I couldn't go anywhere else or the school I wanted to go. See, Mason had this program for me, but I fucked it up really easy because of my special needs. And they couldn't help me, so they transferred me to a new school called Pierce. Which, yes, it had a bus, and it was a good school. I didn't graduate it though. Likely I wanted to graduate, but due to my situation of moving, and it was bullshit. No, it really was bullshit. Let me tell you that. Let me get that straight out of the way. The whole moving thing was bullshit. Because, guess what? We could have lived at the place we could have still lived at the place we were staying at. Oh my fucking god! God, fucking damn! How to speak? I'm done. No. Fuck you. It's not worth the XP. Alright, let me get this straight. When we moved to another house, and I had to live with my mom at the time, I couldn't go anywhere but school, and I went outside sometimes to make new friends. The thing about it is that we could have still lived in that house if I could have stayed in that apartment. The thing about it is that our stepfather didn't want to pay for a house for a stupid reason. He could have paid $1 and we could have still lived. But no, he decided to move, and that was it. It was stupid enough that we lost the house and I couldn't go to the same school I was going to, so we had to move to PAE. Well, I was stupid enough to say that earlier on I moved to Pontiac High, but it gotten stupid at the point that I want to move back, so I'm still not at school, so yeah. But it was still stupid. Let me give you that. It was still fucking stupid. At the time I was that age, I went to Pierce. I was still hiding my depression, but Some of the kids saw it and tried to help me, even the teachers. At times at PAE, they saw my depression when I try to write a story. Why does everyone hate me? Which was not true. And why does Goofy get the most level ups in this bitch? Tell me that I got 17. Me and Donald both got 15 to 17. And this nigga's over here on the 20 side. Yeah, Goofy, get the fuck on. You gotta step out of this one. No more. You out. Out. Get the hell out. This motherfucker think he better than us. But yeah, at the time I didn't much like the place I was living. And my friends tried to cheer me up, and some girls tried to flirt with me. Like I said, I was not handsome. I'll give you a warning now. I am not charming. I'm not Prince Charming. I'm not handsome, so if you don't like me, fuck off. If you, thanks to my contact, then you are officially friends. Well, you're all my friends. So let's get that. Oh my god. Let's get that one straight. But yeah, it gotten a lot worse when some of the girls who were really nice to me at that time, some were mean, and I was like, never had a first kiss. She turned out to be a lesbian, so I didn't mind. At the time, I still was depressed, and no one saw it. Everyone else had homes or girlfriends, and I didn't. I was always the lone wolf. But I'm kind of sick and tired of being the lone wolf, if you know what I mean. So, here it goes. So, we found a keyhole. Yeah? The Keyblade unlocked it. Yeah, but hold on. Basically, I didn't like the life I lived, and I'm still regretting it ever since. I was so upset with myself that I lived through a life of pure depression and lived the life of Riku. And I'm getting to the point where Kingdom Hearts came along here. I'm getting to that. During the point of basically depression, I played Kingdom Hearts. And it turned out to be really good. I started to like the RPG because it was Disney. And everyone knows Disney. More money-wise than that. I kind of wish they made like a whole Kingdom Hearts Keyblade place, so basically customers can go buy their kids Keyblades, or people who enjoy the franchise of the game buy Keyblades, or better yet, get freaking Final Fantasy swords in that and be unstoppable. But yet you got Star Wars, so I'm not complaining. You know what? I kind of was hoping if Kingdom Hearts 4 ever comes up and we see what's happening to Sora and he goes to other worlds by himself. Let me repeat, by himself, without Donald and Goofy being there, and we get what, Star Wars from the first like, let's say Star Wars from the first movie of Star Wars, the episode 1 through, I'd say episode 2 movie and the third one. so that way it will tie in to whether or not, because I don't know, because you know how Kingdom Hearts is. Kingdom Hearts led to like 3 parts and stuff, and we can react with the Jedi, and we can't tell him that he, and basically Sora cannot tell that he's from another world, or there's billions of worlds to Anakin, because he knew he will conquer them sometimes, and he did not know the Force. So if we get a lightsaber Keyblade, oh my god, I think you would be riling up with fans. To be honest, you would be riling up with fans. But let me continue where I left off here. Kingdom Hearts turned out to be a really, really fun as game, to the point I really enjoyed. I hated it at some points, because, well, one point I hated was the fact that I had forgotten a level to do, and then went back on the level for which I did, and it just, I kept renting it and doing all that junk, and just gave up on the franchise until I bought the game, did the stuff I know now what to do on PlayStation 3. This is before I even had the PlayStation 4 and my YouTuber stream. It was because of Kingdom Hearts 1.5 remix, or whatever you want to call it, that I started getting interested in the whole Kingdom Hearts lore. So when I still have my PlayStation 3, I didn't have a PlayStation 4 at the time, I had bought Kingdom Hearts 2.5 remix, and I enjoyed that one because it had Sora, Donald, and Goofy, which additionally brings up new characters in the franchise. What upsetted me was that the fact that they forgot Kingdom Hearts 2.8 for the PlayStation 4, so it wasn't really complete. So you basically have to go by Kingdom Hearts 2.8 for the PlayStation 4, and I haven't played it yet, so that's gonna be on my next thing to play. Yeah, once I get all the Sora things done and I'll get caught up to Kingdom Hearts 3. Don't trust and believe. I will get caught up. And I need to start doing that. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I don't have the energy, like I do back then. Anyway, getting off topic. I played it. I tried to beat it. Didn't work out how I thought it would, and I got upset. Beat it on this one, but did not show the entire fight, which I should have done a long fucking time ago, and I'm apologizing for that now. The franchise really moved me because I can relate to one of the characters. Basically, I related to a lot of characters from different anime. Kirito, me now being a gamer who is basically a solo player, and wants to experience most. I don't have my own harem, but on game, yeah, I do. But Peter Parker, who relates to all of us because we basically go through a number of bankruptcy sometimes, and we don't have the money for everything we want. Deku or Izuku Midoriya. I relate to him because I was like him, a scrawny kid with no quirk, while everyone else had a quirk. And when I'm using the word quirk, I'm using it as goal. Like, everyone had their own goals to set up, and I was the only one who didn't, until I had to have All Might come and give me a goal. Yeah, it was that screwed up back then. So, you could say I didn't quite, in fact, got along with a lot of people. But in time, I did. Then I watched Gundam Seed, Gundam Verse, Gundam, I wanted to play Gundam's verse for the first time, and I think it was a really cool game. I started getting into the franchise of Gundam. It was pretty awesome, I have to say. Experiencing characters who rode Gundams, and it was awesome. It reminded me a little bit of Transformers, but hey. So I started to accept that this new game was awesome and all, and I liked it, and I still do. I started getting to anime a lot, and it's starting to bug me a little bit, but I started to still like it. I hated the fact that I never gotten a real life goal, and it sucks to say that it still hurts inside that something like that is just so messed up. That where the point where you think you know the right thing to do, and it turns out to be the darkest path. It felt like I was Riku in this story. Kingdom Hearts basically opened my eyes for the very first time and realizing how wild I should be like this. Until I met Roxas, and then his life turned out to be like mine. Just confusing. Like I said, at times I felt related to the characters, but at a time I'm still depressed, I'm still sad. I want to find love, but it's hard. I've been basically rejected from a lot of girls in my time, and most of them didn't even have a boyfriend. They just say they had a boyfriend, but yet they really don't. And it made me upset. So I hope you enjoyed the story. So now let's get to the gameplay. So my mic's being turned off, and that's it. I just want you guys to know how much I just like the story, and how I'm very proud to be videoing the story. I did make myself very clear that I did not, I repeat, did not want to be demonetized for something like this. Showing Donald and Goofy in other worlds and stuff. I'm pretty sure there's millions and tons of fans who like Kingdom Hearts, but some kids are really interested in something else besides RPG games. So, if I get demonetized, I'm not too worried about it.
Come on! Come on! Fire! Fire! See ya! Heal!
think it's a good point stop for right now. I haven't made it really far off on the game, and I'm sorry for that. I just wasted all that time on this story. I hope you enjoyed what I said, and please do not take video for it. Just know that if you're all depressed out there and you're all sad, and don't worry, I know what it's like in life, and hopefully you all know that as well. So if I start off a scene in something and I forgot to record it, don't worry. Well, you won't be worrying, because I will be playing something else entirely different. I won't be doing any more Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, but I'm showing you how I did some of the stuff in the beginning. Because number 10 was basically the last part, and I will be not doing any more live streams on Kingdom Hearts, so I think that's it. So no more Kingdom Hearts. This was the last one. Yep, we got our summons. That's it. You are good. You're good to go, and you already know the story. So far so good. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Next video is Final Fantasy 15. Since everything has started all over again, I gotta redo it. So don't get upset. It's not your fault. It's my PlayStation's fault. But hey, if I can connect, if I can tell you this one, if I can connect the Nintendo Switch to the internet and try to get some YouTube in my Nintendo Switch and log in the same thing, I will be playing a lot of Nintendo Switch games, including, and I'm putting this out there, Super Smash Ultimate. And I might get trash at it, but I will get some emojis just because I felt like it. Oh god, I farted, excuse me. But yeah, that is what I will be doing when I get my Nintendo Switch. Is exactly that. Is either before or after Christmas. Usually when I got my PlayStation 4, it was, I believe, after Christmas. So, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Hold on, did I save? Oh, let me save again. Okay. Like I said, peace. This is the last Kingdom